Hi, this is our weekly meditation called Soul Food, and we are on our second part of our History Maker series entitled Out of Slavery. And we were looking at the books of Exodus through to Deuteronomy. Now, when I speak to people, particularly people that have got some kind of faith or belief in God, that often their view of who this God is tainted by the situations or the experiences that they've come across, whether good or bad. If people have had bad experiences like prolonged illnesses, unanswered prayers, situations that have suddenly arisen on them, their view of God is shaped by those. And sometimes they can cloud out what the Bible really says, and that it's so easy because of these things and the busyness of life to actually miss God in our everyday life, the God that wants to be part of us. And this is what we looked at in this part of our History Maker series, that God wants to be fully involved in our lives, and He wants us to be aware of how He's at work. That He wants us to know that He's a God like no other, that literally knows every hair on our head. That He's a God that comes and walks with His people, pursues His people, provides a way for His people. That He's the God that takes the initiative to save them rather than expecting them to save themselves. So the key verse that we looked at was, or I want us to look at, is Exodus 3 verses 1 to 2 and verse 4. Now Moses was keeping the flock of his father-in-law Jethro, the priest of Midian, and he led his flock to the west side of the wilderness and came to Horeb, that's the mountain of God. And the angel of the Lord appeared to him in a flame of fire out of the midst of a bush. And God calls to him out of the bush, saying, "Moses, Moses." And he says, "Here I am." In what ways has life caused you to disbelieve the truth of who God is? And how have your situations shaped your view rather than the Bible? In what ways can you miss God being at work in your life because of those things? And how can you be more like Moses, who was willing to be taken off of his duties? He was looking after the sheep, but he goes and he sees and meets God in this burning bush. How can we become more aware of God in our life, that He can even deviate us from the path that we're taking? How can we deepen that relationship with Him? And in what way would our life look different if we did so?